Hey everybody, this is Jax Wholeness. This is Morgan McGee. I'm here with
Naja Chikazunga-Martin. I'm a certified women's health and nutrition coach.
Yeah, and we were at a conference, and so I thought it'd be a great time to catch up on what she's doing, the latest advancements in women's health. I have a question. What's the main thrust of your business?
Well, the main thrust of my business is to help women who struggle with issues that are specific to women through the aging process, such as pelvic pain, anxiety, gut issues, constipation, bladder control issues, especially in women who are athletic, jumping jacks and leaking during the jumping jacks, or women who suffer from exhaustion, or get back to that pre-baby weight, who've been struggling with changing their lifestyle, their eating habits for several years, and still have a good 20 or 30 pounds to lose, and have tried every quick fix diet and are just not getting the results.
Incontinence in female athletes. You deal a lot with that.
I do.
Is the industry dealing with that appropriately right now that you see?
Well, I can't speak to the entire industry. I can say that in my professional background as a physical therapist, a women's health physical therapist, and a pelvic health physical therapist, from that perspective, there have been a lot of strides made just by thinking outside of the bun from traditional approaches. And
what's the traditional approach?
Some pelvic floor muscle contractions, postural re-education. However, as we've learned, the body is asymmetric. So to get the pelvic floor system to be able to maintain force closure during increased intra-abdominal pressure, or during exertion for that matter, we've got to look to higher centers of consciousness, or higher centers of information, such as the brain and the gut, because the brain sends the messages to the muscles for them to act. Now, if you're just telling the muscle to do something and it's not getting the direction from the brain, then that's going to be very hard to implement that autonomic brain strategy, so that it can function during levels of exertion, such as running or jumping jacks or burpees.
Yeah. So I have a question about that. Like, when I was fresh out of school, my paradigm was stability or flexibility. Like, you had to sacrifice one at the cost of the other. You had to get one at the cost of the other. The work that I've gone through since the Upledger and the Burrell Institute, when you finally get that missing piece, you can have both. Have you noticed that? Absolutely.
You can optimize one's musculoskeletal function just by addressing other levels of consciousness. If you address the digestive system and optimize that, you can optimize musculoskeletal health without even having to do a muscle contraction. Just because there's no oppression, the musculoskeletal system is not going through any oppression in order to produce the end result.
Right.
Same thing with the cardiovascular system, which is influenced through, it's a waltz with all these systems: the endocrine system, the cardiovascular system, the digestive system, the emotions. They all play a huge role in how the musculoskeletal system responds.
How we move through space.
Absolutely.
How we stand up. How we use the restroom. How we take in a breath.
The nervous system is key in this. And if the nervous system is being challenged, trying to protect itself, or overstimulated or understimulated, then we have to look to see exactly why that's happening. We can't ask a muscle to do something that it does not have the direction in order to do, to a point where it's automatic. Does that make sense?
Yeah, the body has the ability to go through compensations. Sometimes
until it doesn't anymore.
Until it doesn't. So you think you fixed the problem. What you did was fix a separate problem, but you allow the body to have a compensation so it can go around something else.
So did you fix it?
You're asymptomatic, so you got the next best thing.
I don't know if we fixed it. I don't think we fix anything. I think the body does the work.
Right.
However, if we're directing the body to do work that is not beneficial to the body will take that on for just based on the mask, the Band-Aid.
Right.
But we'll revert back to where it was still in dysfunction. So
what's your big tell in terms of optimizing function? If someone can do X, they're good to go. Like if someone can stand up straight, without much of a bend in their neck or bend into the body posture, it airs over ankles. A person in the manual field would say, "Oh, that person has straight function. They have healthy spine." What would you say is like the tell for you?
It is patient specific. However, there's one system that's running on 3 cylinders and it's supposed to be at 6 cylinders. Then you've got compensatory mechanisms from those other systems. Optimize the health of the systems, then the musculoskeletal system will do as it's told with less effort.
You're saying the musculoskeletal system is a lower system?
Yes, it is. It does not have a brain.
Just to make
the gut has a brain, the brain has a brain.
I just have to reiterate this because a lot of people think they have a problem and it's in their muscles and they think, oh, I have to go treat this. It's a muscular problem.
It's a muscular problem. Here's an example. I had a client who was a 63-year-old woman who had a very active sex life with her husband, but she had pain.
Right.
And just by asking her some questions about her diet, she told me that she drank a gallon of water a day. I said, okay, well, how much do you weigh? And she said she weighs 120 pounds. I said, you're drinking entirely too much. You literally are washing away your nutrients because all that water you're drinking in, the intestines do not have the opportunity to absorb the essential vitamins, minerals, healthy fats, amino acids in order to sustain optimal health of the systems, which in turn influence the musculoskeletal system. Her next session, I did suggest that she reduce her water intake, and we can do it gradually because some people aren't like the rip-off Band-Aid type.
Right.
So I suggested she reduce it by 25% each week until she was at half her body weight in ounces in water. Her next session, I think, was 2 weeks later, and she said, I had sex with my husband and I had no pain. I said, well, how'd you do it? She said, I'm drinking half my body weight in water. Really? Oh, and she had no more leakage. I forgot to mention that. She was also urinary incontinent.
A gallon of water is what, like, bodybuilders, 220-pound bodybuilders usually took. That's a lot of water. Was it someone that told her that, or? Oh, okay.
She was one of those, they say.
Oh, okay, there we go. Perfect.
They say.
So, you do more than just nutritional advice. You do pain today.
Provide appropriate nourishment or remove malnourishment from it to optimize